my dear Taurus. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of April 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Aries season, so happy birthday all Aries out there. I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, and if you do hit that thumbs up button for you are truly helping my channel to flourish here on YouTube. With the attention that you're giving, it's more people also wants to watch my videos. So you can see the order reading this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating and subscribing to my channel. I'm super grateful for all of your appreciation. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And for this reading, I will use the Crystal Tarot by Elisabetta Trevisan. And I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your deck here, Taurus, I see 4 wands together with Knave of Swords. So I'm getting the sense that you are really starting to protect your inner child and kind of you put yourself in the center here with the feathers, and you're really standing up for yourself, or it's like you're comfortable in yourself. You have your boundaries, self-love, and there's an element of a little child inside of you that haven't been maybe justly treated or haven't been able to make their voice heard. So this is something that you will work out from this point of self-love, from this point of balance. So this is very healthy. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the 10 of wands together with the Knave of Swords. So there's a lot of things that might be unsaid. A lot of your natural instincts that you have held back. And it's like the person going with this fist in the pocket and smiling, having the smile on their face. So it might be that you should need to communicate more your truth. Also, if it's somewhat uncomfortable, you can say it in some diplomatic way, so you don't have to violate your own idea of how you want to present yourself in the world. Because with the 10 of wands, it's like you're put prison bars like this in front of your natural expression. So, and there's a reason for this. Probably you want to be a nice person. So that's why I put these bars. It's like a filter that your true essence, like your expression, needs to go through, and then enters the world somewhat distorted because you have this, it's probably moral values that makes you don't want to say exactly what you mean. And you can say still what you mean, but you can do it in a diplomatic way that will suit your personality. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we see the 2 of cups with the Knave of Swords. That would actually make people know you much better, and your relationship could become much more intimate, because if they know who you are, if they know what you like, what you don't like, what you prefer, what you don't prefer, they know you. So it's a great chance that you can come into union with someone if you tell the truth. There might also be that you're dealing with an air sign that haven't told you the whole truth, and they probably need to trust you a little bit more before they can open up and be super vulnerable. It might be some kind of little bit of secret. It can even be the secret that they love you with this 2 of cups here. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I also want to apologize for my voice. You are the last reading out of 12, and I was fighting a little bit the influenza still when I started to do the reading. So I'm still having this cold, and it has put itself a little bit on my vocal cords. Okay, so I will tune in for a few seconds to you, Taurus, and the energy of April. Okay, so my dear Taurus, this is your future, and this is your now, and this is your past, and we have the Fool here. So it's really that you're working with the inner child essence. It's about aligning with that little child that you were when you came, and give it the love and justice that it needs. It's not about asking for permission to exist or to be you, or to that you have needs or wants and desires. It's more about starting to validate yourself, see who you are, and stand up for this being who you are. Okay, the Fool there. And this is the now, and we have the Star card here, so showing beautiful inner child healing. So if you just continue on this road, the divine will give you the instructions for how to move along further to heal what was once traumatized inside of you. You are on a really healthy journey here to come back on your feet, into your power, into your authority, and also healing yourself in that process. So it's very beautiful. The 17 Star card is also connected with 8 strength. We saw the 4 of Wands, that was a lion there, so the lion is also in the strength card, and 4 goes 2 times in 8. So I'm thinking there's something that you still need to do to fully let your soul take residence in your body, and it might be this with the communication part. Yes, 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is also connected to the strength card, of course. And this is about communication. So it's very obvious that you are supposed to more clearly express yourself. It's not about explaining yourself, it's expressing yourself. So standing up for yourself while also expressing. So not, oh, you know, I'm so over dramatic because of my old wound. No, you say, I don't appreciate this. I get really nervous in these kind of situations, so this is how I take care of myself. So you need to stand by yourself and let yourself be allowed to have any want or need or reaction. We don't always get what we need or what we want, but we are allowed to admit that we have this want or need. For example, need of being justly treated. Need of being seen or heard. Simple kind of human rights things. Okay. So this is your past, and we have a Queen of Wands here. So it seems like it's your feminine side that's rising to the occasion and doing this self-respect kind of work. Okay. So you're starting to validate parts of you that might not have been validated before. For example, being able to believe in yourself even when there's resistance. I'm seeing a little bit this with the olden day witch hunt, which might have put a little bit of a mark on you. So you have tried to blend in and be accepted from other authorities. But here you just step into your own old authority. To hell with all the judgment, I will be me. And this might be a time when it's more, it's going to be easier to be this. Before, when maybe religion and the king, like the church and the king had so much authority, we still have this in some civilizations, but in some countries. But when they had so much authority, if you were different, there would be immediately consequences. Now there's more tolerance for people being different, and you are different in the way that you have a lot of knowledge that might feel threatening to any kind of authority. So for example, a child knowing more than their parents, or a wife knowing more than the husband, who wants to be the all-knowing and may have this as a thing in their persona, that they are supposed to be the one you come to for advice, and then you have your answers for yourself, and that might be intimidating. So I'm seeing Taurus people making themselves smaller to fill other people's needs, but here it's about your needs. Okay, so don't make yourself small. Be this grand Queen of Wands kind of energy. Might be that you're dealing with a fire sign as well. This is usually Aries, might be Leo or Sagittarius as well. And here we have a 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is like the same old, the primordial swamp. So there have been consequences for you standing in your own authority before. It hasn't been really allowed. So you're scared here, or you were scared here in the past, that the same thing would happen again and again when you showed your true nature. So it's an old pattern, an old like sign mark that has been following you around for in this life and also in other lifetimes. So it's like something that is repeating, a repetitive disappointment, for example, or again and again seeing the same thing. Maybe that, oh, these people, they don't stick up for me, or they don't love me, or whatever is going on here. But the Queen of Wands is important that you stick with her, and it seems like you did. Okay, with the 6 of Wands here, you did something heroic. You stood up for yourself, not out of ego reasons, but because of balance and love. 6 of Wands is connected to the Lover's card, so it shows that there needs to be equality in love, and everyone needs to be able to express themselves, making win-win situations. So you took some kind of leadership here over a situation, actually to make it more harmonious. So I think that there were a situation that wanted to drag you down in the old drama or the old projection, but you didn't go along with it. You just stood there in your self-respect. So good work, okay, with the 6 of Wands there, very good work. And 8 of Swords, okay, it was good work, a good reaction, but you still feel the same inside. You feel equally judged and not validated. So you did the right thing, but it had still the same effect on you that it might have had before. 8 of Swords is a situation where we feel like we need to fulfill all these different other people's outside energies, their need from you, what you need to be for them. So you need to be this and that and that. So it's like rules that people have for you, and you are listening to them, and you're trying to, you want to have their liking. So you're trying to make them happy. But here you didn't really, on the outside with the 6 of Wands there, I think you stood up for yourself. But it's like the walls came caving in. Okay, you still have the same effect. It still hurt in the same old way to not be, even if you stood up for yourself, it still hurt to not be validated or not respected. Or to not be loved, or whatever happened in this primordial swamp situation. So, okay, it's like we say, if you think you're so enlightened, go and spend a week with your parents. So it might be that you have changed, but maybe your surrounding haven't really changed. They just see you in the same way, or maybe they are even scared of the change you are making. And here we have a little Knave of Pentacles. So it still talks about you, this with the self-validation. But this is more vulnerable parts of you. It's not like the Knave of Swords or Page of Swords. This is parts of you that need other people. Knave of Swords, she can make revolution, and she is fine with that because she is kind of a little bit self-righteous. And this is a part of you that you need right now. But these parts of you are much more vulnerable and needing other people's validation. So that's why you got the impact of the Eight of Swords. There's nothing you can do about this, really. It's how it is. You want to be loved. Everyone wants to be loved. It's totally natural. It's a human basic need. We need food, shelter, and we need love. If we could see this with the orphan kids in Europe after the Second World War. They got all their needs met in the orphanage, but they died anyway in great numbers because they didn't have their family anymore. They didn't have someone that were theirs and counting as their family. So we need other people. So that's not something you can do anything about. You're a biological creature with a very vulnerable soul inside of it. So it's what it is. But what you can do is to give the love to yourself that you're not getting from other people. So instead of watching them judging you here, you can say that it's not personal. You can decide that that is that person's opinion of you. It doesn't say anything about you. Knave of Pentacles is also a little seed in the king's garden. The king made a very beautiful garden, and when it was ready, the flowers and the plants wasn't really happy. And why they were not happy was because they were comparing themselves to other plants. The oak tree might have wanted to be tall as the cypress, and the cypress wanted to be smelling good as the rose, and the rose wanted to be wise and old as the oak tree, and so forth. But there was one little flower that was really flowering in all its essence, and it was the flower that kind of felt that if my king planted me here, he must have wanted me exactly as I am. So I'm going to be exactly who I am, and flower in great radiance for my king. Okay, so be yourself, even when you have these troublesome thoughts of how you could be better so other people could accept you. So this is in the now, and underneath the Queen of Wands we have a Four of Pentacles, so showing that you need to build like a fortress for yourself, clear boundaries, a safe haven where you don't let people trample in and destroy. For a great many years I dreamt about, I had a house, it was looking very sweet, it was like yellow concrete or stone walls with pink doors open, like two doors, this split kind of doors that you can open one side and the open side. And I had to, with a broom, see to that people didn't come into my house. And this was a recurring dream of mine. And it was because I hadn't built this Four of Pentacles thingy. I couldn't say no, okay? I couldn't say, no, this is not what I want. And this is what I want. So I had to take away people with the broom. and you don't have to do that anymore, okay? With the Four of Pentacles, you're building something solid for yourself, that you just decide that if you feel like saying no, you say no. It starts to become a natural thing for you. It's not so hard anymore. It's not so awkward. You don't get as embarrassed, or you don't get the feeling of being guilty. It just comes naturally, okay? So your home is really your home now. Your fortress is really your fortress, and you have this amount of self-respect which actually will be seen and known by others, so they will start to respect you too. This is great, okay? Four of Pentacles. Next card is the Empress, which is Taurus and Venus, and it comes underneath the Seven of Cups. So I'm feeling that the worst part of this is your own kind of your own personality. You want to be there for other people. You want to be of value to them. This is very important. It's like an essence of your being, that you want to be needed by other people. You want to give them what they need. You want to share the love. But it's also your wound here. So you're going to have to look into this. Why do I really want to give things to people? Why do I want their attention? Why is it so important that everyone around me is totally satisfied? And why is it my job to fix this? So this is your wound. It's very clear, but it's mostly an emotion. So it's hard for me to really interpret this for you into words, but I will try. It's like this is where you get your value from. This is what makes you worth living, because it's like a sign you have in your forehead. I'm helpful. I am very useful. I am a nice person. I take care of people. I'm a good person. I do good things. I should not be punished. I should be loved. There shouldn't be unluck coming my way because I'm such a nice person. So you need to look a little bit on this and question yourself a little bit here, because it might be that you're doing things, it's like almost like an addiction, that you really need to be helpful. You really need to be that smart person that people come to for advice. You really need to be that person that helps others when they are in need. If they call and say, my car broke down, you will drive 10 miles to, help them and pick them up and take a trolley to the car and, fix everything. So it's a very beautiful part of you, but it's kind of comes with a little bit of a hook, because it's how you get your feeling of being validated. If you wouldn't have this, you would feel very insecure and out on like unsolid, swampy terrain. So put yourself in this swampy terrain and see what's happening. See what it is, what kind of feelings is behind that door. If you don't help people, if you say that, I'm sorry, I don't have time, I have a doctor's appointment, or if you I can't today, I'm actually having a real nasty cold, so I will stay home all day underneath the covers. See how that will make you feel, and stay with those feelings. It's sometimes they can be a little slippery and they want to run away from you, so you might need to think about a difficult situation like this so you can get a hold on that feeling and stay with it. There's a video in my Q&A playlist, which is about how to deal with pain, and here you can do this full exercise to see the pain, feel if it has a shape, a form, a taste, a sound, like a color, and you can also talk with this feeling, so you can really sort out why you are addicted here to be of such a good use. And here we have a 5 of Cups. So the 6 of Wands situation here, where you stood up for yourself, has given you a lot of grief. You are very disappointed. So this is another door. It's kind of the same door, but it's another opportunity to reach to the same place. Go through that scene again where you stood up for yourself and how awkward it felt and how great it was, and feel what it was for kind of fear that came up with you after you stood up for yourself, after you told the truth, or after you validated yourself. Are you scared of punishment? Are you scared of the heaven falling down on you? What's going to happen if you stand up for yourself, if you tell the truth? Instead of, telling what people want to hear, you tell what they need to hear. What's going to happen? So it's a lot of difficult things here, but it's a good thing that they are here, because now you can see them and deal with them and heal exactly as God planned. Okay, so it's a good thing. And here we have a 4 of Swords. So your solution here will probably be to ignore the people that's difficult for you at the moment, and it's a great beginning. I'm thinking taking a little distance and seeing that you survive even without these people is going to make you more strong. It's another 4. So I'm thinking you're just saying, if you are not going to be nice, don't call me. Okay, so and that is a good start. You will have to deal with these people or these kind of energies eventually, but a good start is to put a boundary that says, if you're going to be nasty towards me, you don't have to call. Okay, so it's a start. But it might trigger a lot of pain for this little Fool, Knave of Pentacles, because that part of you needs these other people. That's why you have made such an effort to be to their liking. So you're going to have to deal with being without these people that you want them to like you, because they don't really like you, or they act like they don't like you, or they act like they don't respect you, or they act like they can say or do whatever they want towards you without you having a reaction. Here comes the reaction, and it's validated. You are doing good here. Good things. And here we have a Six of Swords. So eventually you will tell this person or these people or in this situation, because it doesn't have to be a particular person. It can be, for example, when you stand in line, you always are pushed by other people that will push themselves forward before you in line, or taking your car parking place or whatever, and you have just been like, okay, so they were obviously in a hurry and you haven't really done so much like something about it because you didn't want to cause any disturbance. But here with the Six of Swords, you will probably said, I'm sorry, but you passed me, I'm standing here in line, you have to go behind me. So it can be situation like this. It doesn't have to be the same person being difficult. It can be just you being challenged with your own fears, with your own shortcomings, with the situations where you are not able to really defend yourself or say what's needing to be said. And we can see this poor little knave here doesn't have it particularly easy with all these swords surrounding here. So there's a lot of rules for you to follow. And why is that? Does other people have the same rules they need to follow? Do you have the same demands on your children, on your spouse, on your friends, on your relatives, on your co-workers as you have on yourself? That's the question. There's a lot of demands here. And why is that? But these are actually healthy, even if they are cornering that poor little page of coins there. But it's going to lead to good things. So you're going to start to tell the truth, and you are going to be probably more courageous. Why you get more courageous is because of the Force. When you see too that you can take care of yourself, you won't die if these people doesn't stand by you. So you withdraw a little bit into your comfort zone, and from there you can tell the truth, because it's like you have already made a sacrifice. In your heart you have already accepted that, okay, this person, if I'm not acting in the way they want me to act, they might not want to be with me anymore, or they might become very difficult, or so difficult that I don't want to be with them. So you prepare yourself for kind of a separation from certain people that is very important to you. It might not be a specific person. It can be that all people is important for you. You need to make everyone happy, and not only like that or that person, but everyone. And you don't want to make a mess or a fuss or bring negative attention to yourself. But here you're going to have to start to at least tell the truth. Okay, and not shut up to be, comfortable for other people. And here we have the Sun. So the Sun is Leo. It's also connected to the Wheel of Fortune, 19, 1 plus 9, 10. And the Wheel of Fortune is connected to the Magician, 1 plus 0, 1. And so you have a lot of power to your disposal here. Things are going to change, and change rapidly. You are going to change the way the universe comes back to you, because when you send out certain things in the world, certain things comes back. But when you start to change yourself, your patterns will change and new things will come to you. So this is a very beautiful opportunity for you to really truly embrace your soul, your inner child, and let your whole soul come down in your body. Don't think that it's something wrong with it and you need to hold it back and you need to behave as if you weren't this person that you actually are. Be your true self, okay, no matter what. You can still be diplomatic. You can take responsibility for how you feel, but you can also communicate how you feel. Six of Swords is truth communicated through the heart. So it's kind of science and heart put together and coming to a logical conclusion. So it's just, there's no arguments anymore. This is how I feel. So take it or leave it. It's like if you feel a certain thing, the other person can't really change that. It's how you feel. So there's no more question about it. And with the Sun card, it also comes some courage to tell the truth, and also some kind of like success comes out of this. You will feel in some parts immediate success. It might be a small thing as your happiness level or your own energy level. Sometimes when we finally say to that clerk in the store, this and this and this and this that we have hold back, we will go away from there with a big smile on our face. So this is a little bit what I'm seeing. When you finally let yourself, your true self shine through, you will feel much more happier. Unfortunately, you will still have the conflict with the other people. So 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords. It's like they have kidnapped you, and they have like this grip on you, and you are almost like a little bit codependent. So they have a power over you because they know how much you need them, or they know how nice you are, or how gladly you fix things, even when they have destroyed certain things. So they are going to try to take advantage of this still. And I don't think it's going to work, okay? Both of you are going to feel the pull to you wanting to fix it, and they want you to fix it, but I don't think you are going to fix it. 3 of Pentacles, they are going to have to cooperate. You still want to fix it, but you're not going to do it alone. You are going to require them to also help you. Okay, so if there's no cooperation, there will be no relation, okay, with the 4 of Swords there. So this is healthy. We have the Queen of Wands here, 3, the Empress, 3 of Pentacles. So these two are allowed to grow and be their true self and become very creative and strong because of this self-respect. So this is going to give you great things. Other people will still be a problem for you. They won't support you in this change, but you are going to support yourself because you know you're going to feel that this is the only way forward. You might even be a little bit allergic to behave in the way that you did before. It might even not work anymore. You might get, immediately sick, or, just feel like your body refused to move when you have promised to do something you really didn't want to do. And here we have a 7 of Swords. So 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords. I feel that there's a certain energy that have a kind of power over you. I don't know why you have given them so much power, because it doesn't seem that they have lived up to their reputation, like of being all-knowing and having the right to judge you. It rather feels like these entities are even more insecure than you, and even more, they kind of need to be as a vampire on your strength, on your empathy, on your willingness to help, so that they can even survive, okay? So they have been used to you playing the small role, playing the role of the dumb one, or the person that, well, I can fix it, or the person that, not talk back or let things slide that really shouldn't have slided past. So I think they have taken off your living space, and why you have done this is because you want their love, and they don't know how to be as strong as you. So they need to steal stuff from others. They need to kind of say, they don't like their own house, so they come to your house and say, well, this was awkward. Am I supposed to sit in this chair here? Maybe you have some some cloth or something, I can clean this space up. Okay, and they do it because when they went from their own home, they felt, I hate it, I don't like it here, I don't have anything of the things I want, I seem to not get any order here, and they kind of transfer all these things to you. So I don't know why you let this happen, because this person is like they would be broken without you. So why not let them fall a little bit on their face and realize how much you have actually been there for them. And here we have a 9 of Swords. So there's a lot of pain here. I think everyone is facing their pain. You are facing the pain that you want to be everyone to love you, and these other people are going to have to face the pain of, how will I live my life if this person doesn't fix all the things for me? If they don't give off their admiration to me and agreeing with me even when I'm wrong, or covering for my shortcomings. So I'm thinking, this person, when you show them the mirror, they are not going to like what they see, and they might be really scared and maybe even depressed. But you might need to let this happen, because they need to face themselves and see, they need to go on the same journey as you have been going, to start to love themselves and the look in the mirror. So this is not going to be easy, neither for you, because there's a reason to why you have kind of avoided to press on this weak spot, because you maybe felt like this person wouldn't be able to take it. But they, as everyone else, needs to go through their spiritual awakening. So you can't shelter them from the truth. 9 of Swords. So it's kind of non-optional. The truth needs to come, and you are going to be able to be there for them when they actually want to cooperate on equal terms, and not saying that everything is your fault, when they can actually admit to themselves also doing wrong sometimes. Okay. So I will take a card for you from Oracle of Angels to see some spiritual advice for my dear Taurus. And it's here and now. So this talks about not thinking so much about the past, not being 1 year ahead in the future. If you need to do something courageous that makes your heart really race, do it regardless of the consequences. If you need to tell the truth, if you need to finally say to someone what they now need to hear and so on, don't think about, oh, and this will happen and that will happen and this will happen and that will happen. Stay in your comfort zone here. Stay with this, with your home. Okay, so it just needs to be done. I just need to say this. This is important. I accept the consequences, whatever they might be, but I won't dwell on it. Okay. So every time you regret telling the truth and that person doesn't speak to you anymore, you just think that it wasn't anything else I could do. I needed to tell the truth as it was. It's sad that the other person wasn't as accepting of me, so they could accept my truth and work from there. But whenever they will be ready to do so, I will be here, and I will. We will be able to work on this. But as long as they want to blame it all on me, nothing is going to. I can't. That would be unfair. So I needed to do that. So you just decide that whatever the consequences was, it was necessary. Okay. 4. Here and now. You spend a lot of time dwelling on events in your past and worrying about how the future may unfold. This card serves as a reminder that the only moments that counts is now. So return your focus to this present moment and be mindful of letting your thoughts drift away into the past or the future. To stay with your body is usually a good thing to make your thoughts rest. Okay. Be conscious of your thoughts as they create your reality in every now moment. So notice when you are thinking about things that's not super healthy. Like if I tell that they will never speak to me again, or this, or you can just immediately feel an awkward feeling that you don't want to have. So just notice it and see what it is that's preventing you from being honest and truthful and truly you. I live in the here and now, always conscious of my active presence within the universe and of my work on earth. I choose to live in the present moment. I'm aware of what I create with my thoughts, my words, my deeds. I trust, for I know that all comes to me in the right moment when I'm ready. So it's almost like you're a little bit too much of this. I am aware of what I create with my thoughts, my words, and particularly my deeds. So you're super scared of having an effect. It's like you are scared of the butterfly effect. You're scared of your own power. You think that if you do this thing, the world will break down on it will turn on its axis and fall into the darkness. And it was all your fault also. So maybe let yourself say things and act more from your natural essence, instead of this very controlled being that's so scared of the consequences. Okay. So what are your significant other thinking or feeling about you? And it's jiha. When it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their jiha quality above all others. Have it your way. Specials, orders don't upset us, the universe. So I'm thinking you are actually very, very important in these people's lives, even if they act like you are not, and that you are beneath them and they don't care about you. It's not true, okay? They just steal from you, okay? They just steal from you to make themselves feel better. And also it might be that this is a person that's really supportive of you, and other people might not be as equally supported, okay? So they really think the world of you, this person. So this is your feelings towards them. You're being watched by loving eyes, and it's not only about being right. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover they too are awesome? Just saying, the universe. Up for a just, of course, with rubber thingies. So you came here into a very dark world to shine your light, but it's almost like you have let these other people persuade you that you were wrong and they were right. So my worst enemy, have I become what I was sent here to destroy? It's a song. I'll put it in the description box for you. And I'm thinking it's a little bit like this. You have let them persuade you that they are right and you are wrong. Instead of you showing your way of doing things in the world, you have let yourself be silent and kind of adapted the rules of this earth. And this was not what you were supposed to do. So, in all tests of character, when two viewpoints are pitted against each other, in the final analysis, the thing that will strike you the most is not who was right or wrong, strong or weak, wise or foolish, but who went to the greater length in considering the other's perspective. Don't you agree? The universe. And this is definitely you. And I'm feeling you don't have to, you don't have to destroy this aspect of yourself. It's the turning other cheek kind of energy. And if they cooperate with you, you will cooperate. There's no problem. But this is the part where maybe Jesus throw out the worthless servant on the street. But when they come back and say, okay, I can see myself now. I can understand what went wrong and I can do something about it. You say, fine, I'm so ready to work together with you on this. So it's a very beautiful energy, very healthy, not particularly bitter, but actually super forgiving. So it's making me happy just to feel that energy. Okay, so my dear Taurus, I hope this helped. I want you to take really, really good care. I also want to welcome you back to my May reading that I will perform in the middle of April. I will also, if my health allows, I will also do pick a card reading now and then. Okay. Take care and bye-bye.